Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
It's fucking cold in
Yeah.
here, man. Let's go. Yeah. The game is a sport and we causing a scene. We bout to kick it. If you been waiting on me to serve these raps, I'ma tip it. So the scale can't handle my bars, it's too heavy and it's vivid. The numbers going up, got the wire, ain't no limit. There ain't no limit. There ain't no limit. Ain't no limit. Ain't no limit. Ain't no limit. There ain't no limit. 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 Ain't no limit.
Yeah, so this nigga came to Kirinju. Odulas na steady, so not okay. I think it was even raining on the day. And then they decided, okay, go Triniidy would be a nice pose. Plus, my Christian one first time I get to, so I always have niggas around me. I'll even tell you a crazy story. So, come through. So I still had my laptop because the laptop I didn't at the time. So niggas are like exchange. I recorded some new stuff. Medula had just bought a USB mic. Maro not really keen on the quality, but at least it made for like great exercise or on sport. Hey, you let me say the work record, the vocal, getting used to like new flows and so they pay me that shit. I was already sold. I remember that one that was like the trap shandies. I immediately can envision the ad-libs it's on that shit. Immediately, like yeah. So I immediately heard that shit. And the R&B one, I already knew what I wanted to, because I think the message was in it too deep. And I think it was at a time where it almost felt like we should give up. It was when we were losing the grip of the game at that time. So that one, I felt like, the R&B one, I felt like, like I should get someone who's sincere, which was Macx at the time. We were very fortunate for Macx at the time. Someone who's sincere, who to communicate the message out, guys, we can't lose the grip now. I mean, this shit is just about to pay up on talent. So we're in it too deep. So that was the vision for me. Niggas need to wake up. Maybe this thing it'll pop up and people who are close by will but let's the spark it like night or whatever.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
true.
so that was the thing in InitTooDeepi, and I'm still something leader, basically. I think if you're still part of that, you guys just need to figure out what is your vision. Because I was like, they were like, no, we have other stuff, so it's a byproduct. I was like, it's fine. Let me handle the byproduct. Let me sell the byproduct. And then you guys, whatever the byproduct is a subsidiary to will also benefit. It's like this thing, the music part would be the marketing side of whatever product you were doing at the time.
I think now that we're having that conversation, there was a lot of lost in the telephone kind of thing happening on first time, because
also,
if I understood it that way, it would have been something.
But then you must understand, that's what I was saying, at that time we were popping, so it almost felt like a record label style. I want to take the music, the masters, and then you do your podcast that side. It sounded like that. It sounded like Maporisa vibes, but it's, I'm kidding, just you. So that's the story in it too deep. That's the story a lot of projects do. I feel like a lot of projects do it. Also, laptop a lot of projects di laptop.
Peace out, bro.
Yeah, so I still have 1 or 2 things maybe saved up on the laptop that I wanna revive. But we'll get back to those into. Yeah, so you can do your intro, my guy.
Lubelang, we are here on More Than Just a Hip Hop Head, and we are on episode 14 today. Kenala OG, Obona Utineka intro, he's the only person who did this, and I fucked with you for that.
Thank you.
I fucked with you for that.
Yeah.
I'll let you introduce yourself to the.
So that's the drill, guy.
viewers.
Hey man, we'll rap like a sponge.
Rapper with him you were telling that a trailer, so
Yeah.
yeah,
I give you the baraking media
Training.
Media
Is it not training?
training, yeah. Okay.
So okay, it's in a book.
Yeah. Dimela everyone who's watching the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Tabang Mutsonyani.
Sure.
I am also known as Triniidy on the streets. It's like slang for Trinity, in like the Holy Trinity.
Sure.
So I pronounce it how I write it, Triniidy. I'm a, I am, what do I do, Maji? I am a son first, son of God. Sure. I'm a brother to many. I'm a niece, I'm an uncle, I'm an entertainer. I like the entertainment space. I do hip hop DJing. I also do beats on the side. I do music production. I also used to do music management and artist management. I also got into like events management. I also ventured into like other stuff, the clothing stuff. I also, on my personal capacity, I also do IT. So I'm trying to build something on that side.
Okay.
I think COVID is...
Okay. What's the interview?
Excuse you.
It's. I think it's only fair for the viewer to hear you speak about this shit step by step.
Yeah.
Your artist side, okay, this person came from this, did this, understand?
Yeah.
And and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In this space specifically, and then we move on to the other one, and then we move on to the other one. But before that, the announcement there,
That's a bias.
Okay. The first announcement, I released a song. It's called Spana. It's with K Fibonacci. It's produced by K Fibonacci as well. And in our music videos, Zokalan soon. Look out for that. There's also a company that I saw on my Facebook, and it's a Facebook company. It's not a Facebook company. It's a company that is InitTooDeepi. I was gonna say it's a Facebook company that's InitTooDeepi, but it's a company that is on Facebook that is InitTooDeepi. It's called Sandra Energy Solutions, and I only saw Hotman because guys.
Yeah.
So what the company is talking about, it's like we can help you find out whether you qualify for like Hokadi incentive to progress or like
Okay.
so the incentive, I think they have the government involved. I didn't read into the whole thing, but I just jumped at the idea because satellite. Satellite.
The solar
panels.
Solar PV, whatever it is.
Solar PV panels. I was satellite because panels.
Yeah.
So these niggas, they will help you find out whether you qualify, and if you do, there's a certain payment, a monthly plan that you can get to pay generation
electricity.
you can sell back to to the grid apparently through that installation panel, whatever. But the Sandra Energy Solutions, look for it, find it. It's local, and like because it means that we have access finally on first, and we can alleviate the pain of.
Yeah, but I think also it would be nice for you to
invite,
Yeah, maybe invite, but let's just if you're going to speak about it, just have information on how much are they contributing to the grid, right? Because also that's like how many gigawatts.
The specifics,
yes, and compared to the price you pay for electricity already that you don't have, you see. Just like those technicalities, maybe get someone from there. I'll explain from that point of view. Or, okay, we lose maybe load shedding 2 times a day, which is like maybe 4 hours. We lose this kind of percentage on the grid, and we pay this per kilo or volt or whatever. And so, Lona, this is the price, and this is how I want. Because then it could be another expense, and we don't really know. It's wishy-washy on the technicalities. So for like a regular customer, you just need to. Yeah, but I think yes, if it's going to like really help us, then it's a proper thing. Because really, like I think energy is a problem in the country right now.
It is, bro, and that's why I saw the need. Yeah, I can't get into the specifics, but I think I'll do that just so the viewer has a clear picture of what they're getting themselves into. But now, I feel like let's go for it. Find out, because
find out.
The process of Gatella and wanting to have the solar panel in your house is the process of you finding out what they're about and the specifics of how they work. So I ain't to buy. Also, there's a company called Guided Events. It organizes events. And it can specifically cater an event for you. If you want to host an event, you want to host a party, you want to host a ceremony, you want to host a baby shower, whatever you may, that is including people coming to your place, and you need to organize some certain things so that they're comfortable. You can call Guided Events. And in the same light, there's Guided Events Plus. Guided Events Plus is where we sell music videos, right? So if you are an artist, you want a music video, we want us to help you conceptualize, shoot, edit, and maybe help you promote the music video. You can put through, and we help you, and but there's a consultation fee and a booking fee to pay so that you can, get time and we can understand exactly what you want. We have partners that we're working with that prefer to be silent. So you can pull through. We'll show you a couple of our previous works and we'll get onto it. Boom rapper, singers, everybody, whether you do gospel or whatever and you want a music video, you can come through. I'll put a number on the screen, see that. And this finally, better than an episode in Yahoo Money. Better than an episode in Yahoo Money. This episode is brought to you by The Spear, right? And it's a key mare. And as a result of them working with us, and and keep wearing the shindig. You never back down. Shafid. Hotman.
I've always been in love with music. I think I wanted to be a DJ Standard 4, which is like 2004.
Standard 4, 1, 2, 3,
grade
4.
6, yeah. So,
like it's a good grade team.
Oh yeah, but kept salon. He used to own a company, a sound. but spontaneous. So me and my childhood friend, we used to be, it's like, we were always fascinated by the life. So Kiernan Nermo put the CD like in his pouches. So he had like a carbon chest of drawer the CD there. So he would pick his CDs ka weekend day on the pouch, and then when he comes back during the week when we have time, maybe like, or when he doesn't have gigs on weekends, ready pack a shop according to like the way so we were always fascinated by music. We wanted to be DJs then, but I think he was against it because Nerleban. So
because
grade 6 it was not gonna work. It was not gonna work. It was not gonna work. Yeah, so we were there for some time. Graduate from just the CD to Hopaka di sound low. Until
maybe he was exposing.
Yeah. Also, like how you handle the business. And then, my high school, I had a childhood friend, so he was like computer savvy, that guy. So he always had like body Fruity Loops, body virtual DJ. So virtual DJ popped up, kind of. I think before that, no one would auto mix. So we used to host the house parties. A software called auto mix.
And the blue.
Yeah, the blue shandies nyana. And then I think after that, Hobatlabo tractor DJ. And then virtual DJs was like user friendly. Yeah, so there was a house party era, guys. So we used to do that. High school, so obviously virtual DJ. And I think with DJ at the time was just competition, who has the new songs or the more deep house or what want it. So Runa, me and my friends always had access to like the deep house because of DJ Scout. So yeah, that was where it started.
So house party, you niggas were fucking them up straight.
Yeah, but also you learn from other people. Cause the house party era, the popular guy was DJ Kent. So our friends like DJ King. So every Friday, after Ultimate 5 at 5 FM, whatever, go show you fresh. So DJ Kent would drop those, I think, Woody Wednesday or Woody Friday. So we were always aware of the commercial side of the dance like culture in South Africa. The people like these kind of songs. So we'd always find a balance, especially me and Letono, we'd always find a balance, the deep house and the one that people like, the classics and the soft, so and so. So yeah, so the DJ starts there, and then I get to varsity. Still like house, I still meet. Wow, like deep house is serious. I meet other people who listen to this deep house, like Bola Azi from Mareta, and some girl Baramapule, Quincy from Pretoria. So deep house until 2014. And then when I was surfing internet, Bang Belladonna dropped or something, and LDB Sanchez, right? Just a house hit. I listened to commercial house, commercial hip hop, with the Jabba, your Eminems, just like your regular hip hop shandies. And then Bang LDB Sanchez about drop out area. And then there was just something in the quality of the music, the way they rap, it like rolled off very easy off the tongue. And I was amazed. And then, so I downloaded the song, play the song, and then I find out that Bang Belladonna is actually someone I know from primary school. So this is someone I used to sit with in a table grade 5, grade 6, you see. So
that's dope.
And then I hit him up because I always knew Rwa rapper, but I've always been a house guy. I didn't really pay attention to the local hip hop scene.
And then it hit you.
So I'm like, yo, actually, I didn't really take this thing that serious. You are very good. When you sound of the quality, like if I played an American hip hop song and I played that song next, it didn't feel like I changed worlds. It still felt like I was in the same world. So I hit him up. I was like, yo, Shu, I fucks with this shit. What you got going on? I want to be part of this shit. And I was like, yo, actually, I had a team. I split up with the team. Now I'm trying to figure out my thing. It's like, okay, any sport you have in whatever you're trying to do now, I'm willing to do that. Yeah, so that's how the hip hop DJing started. I was tour DJ for Bang from we started officially 2015 because I think 2014 after the drop, we were figuring out how we were gonna go about it. Yeah, so that's how the hip hop DJing started. Damn.
So, like, tell me about the journey of him, like, taking you into like his team, maybe similar
yeah.
On him, like you being his hip hop DJ.
Okay, so I'm just good camper. I say just heard the song, send him an inbox, and then he invites me at his home. Like he also cuts hair. So I'm currently Pidoski.
Oh yeah, shout out to Bella Cuts one time. I saw a poster.
Yeah. And then I tell him, I was like, yo, Doc, I don't know the hip-hop industry and so forth, but there's someone in campus who I think has the right connections. And with his connections, I think we could move in a way that puts you and your thing in a proper place. So I don't know how to do this thing. I can do, the only thing I know is the music. Maybe DJ for now, and then we'll figure out if the guy will work with us. And then it's like, no problem. So the guy is Tebogo Maribe. So I speak to COV. COV at the time was managing a house guy, like a house DJ and a house producer. So I'm like, yo, I have this guy who's a hip hop guy, and I think with your connections, you can put him in a place where his thing really gets the attention it needs. And Debza was keen also, and he was open to work with us. And then there was a management agreement between Belladonna and Debza. Debza had a company structure already, and then Debza also like took me into his structure as part of his A&R, right? So now A&R is, we are trying to figure out, me and him, because at the time we didn't have a lot of infrastructure in Marseille. We're trying to figure out what would be the next song to drop, what would be. So me and him are basically like, I'm helping him do the management while I also DJ for Bang. Also trying to figure out how to help his house artist, because I'm from the house like scene.
So you have that experience.
Yeah. So
you have experience in being a manager too.
Oh yeah. So
cool,
I learned also from Debza, because Debza was the trial and error with the house guy and Bang. I think with Bang even got better. So I got to learn that firsthand. So yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's how the journey started. We started from there, and so me and Debza were in campus Komafiking. So we're trying to use the environment to put Bang there. So yeah, so that's how we started 2015. I think we did that until like 2017. And we did some amazing things. For me, I felt like it was a great start to like my hip hop DJing career, because I started doing big shows at the first end of my career, and then I started seeing flames after. Hey, also people don't have riders. I'm used to a rider, bro.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I think it was the timing at the time was just like, favoring. It's just in favor of what we were trying to do at the time.
That's dope, yeah.
Yeah, we did some amazing things, true. Also, I was in the same classes as Tapelo Mutsumi in Varsity. He's also known as TPB Junkie.
Oh,
He has credits with the album
I know.
Yeah, he's like flipping intelligent. So I was in class with him. Yeah, that's the guy, yeah. Did a lot of stuff for Notes actually. I think there's a couple of times where I was still a DJ for Bang, a Re Studio,
Oh, yeah.
and some other. He also like taught me a lot of things in terms of being like an A&R and so forth, because he used to run a studio, and it was not that easy. So me and Tebza trying to use the connections in Mav, and that's how we start. Bichanke has a studio, so he fucks with Bang on that level. So sometimes he lets us use the studio. We do shows in Mav, and fortunately for us, Tebza was close with the team at Kespa. So there was some shows we could get through Tebza and the relationship he had with some of them. Because also I think he's just established a relationship as a stem, and they recognized his work and his perseverance on.
So how vouchers are more to it's easy for them to get.
They were like, okay, so what are you doing? And it's like, actually, I got this thing going on. It's like, actually, bring this thing, boy. And
that's cool.
That was like very great working with Debs. I learned a lot of things, and I still have him in my network because of such things. The discipline I have. Like, I think, Lana, you still remember in studio, I used to be very hard with you guys. That was because that was Debs. They want to look at him, but because we were not emotional at the time, it almost. It was we used to enjoy it. Because we learned a lot from that, and I think Tebza, he has good management skills in general. And so there was that period. We did things like both Fresh Prince of Maftown.
Sure.
I think there was a time where Maftown meets Pitori or something. It ran out like the votes. I think we were in the top 10.
Shit.
Then there was a Slicker on Live competition, Underdog, what.
I've seen that.
I think Bang won it for the first week. I win it for the month or something like that. Doc, we could be invited to a Casper album launch, go Zone 6. Just an invite for it. A Bang Belladonna table, just no performance, just like come through, dog. Yeah, so that was a very nice era. That's why business, when I started working with Bang, we started working on the business in place. There were like the split sheets, they were, when I was working with Bang, I remember there was a time we did his EP, and he came back, so he's going to the studio, he's going to cook, he got his own producer, and he comes back, he's like, guys, before I play this thing, we must know we owe the producer. We owe the producer, mixing and mastering and the production. Just that kind of discipline to understand the business. I would say this is not manna from heaven, and that's how we've always maintained the working relationship, and that was very nice. So when we worked with people, things were always clear. We got our performance time the day before, even if like not the week before. You got your deposit or your payment before you get on stage. You get a table with Loyal Saint on there. How to say now the parking debatla, or I can see the female version key. And then it's like, okay, Loyal Saint, did they take you to your table? So the hospitality is just so. We were doing like things like that in Fair 2.
That's inspiring.
That's inspiring, sure. That was nice. We, the music video, dog. Bang, I remember there was a time he was, we were shooting like music video for Loaf, although it didn't come out. But he put out a music video himself, Black, I think at a certain time. So those I was exposed to that kind of environment.
And that kind of discipline and that.
We used to do auditions, go Kantari. I don't know if it's still there now. Go Monte Cassino. So we'd go there on Tuesday. I remember we were there doing the auditions.
Never been there,
we were like audition number 7 or something. And I remember the 5th person grabbing Morabo. There's like 20 of us. Another number 7, there's like 13 other niggas that still need to come back. By the time we got on stage, the people we already knew, you're one of the people who are coming back, because after the auditions they would take 2. That's because of the way we were working, the work we put in Go Studio, the work we put we knew what we needed to do, me and Bang, for the show, for the studio. Debza would know what to do for the business, who to call. Debza would organize a ride. At some point, Bang and a road manager. And so that's the start. And in the mix of that, when I started working with Bang, also like a brand influencer, I go Reds. And so I'm also this like that kind of environment where I'm pushing this thing. It's kind of like really helping what we're doing on the side. Whenever Reds has promotions, I have like those kind of relationships where they can plug us into some of their campaigns and so forth. And so like, it was not really like a big thing, Mara. It was something. So
after this official story, so Kuponchela, how that came about, the
Twitter though.
Continue story,
yeah, so yeah, and then it was that. So I think at some point we realized we were getting. I think maybe we could dwell too much on the Bang story. So the hip hop DJing, it comes in between the sets where maybe we perform at 9:10, and then Ratzena mo at 9:10, and then there's a nigga who's supposed to play after us, maybe USBI, so Kodisa, so crowded Jimmy. So I used to pack songs ready on the other stick. So
that's how the transition
came. So even now, okay. And because you know what I used to do? I used to be creative. Like every after a performance I have, maybe like say we have like 7 minutes of a performance. So me and him we never used to be like, hey, and then my next song, what. Nah. It's a set almost like the band. We introduce her, and then Pinaya Tena, he finds ways to slot in his introductions or his. No, it's not really a cappella. We knew we need to sell this product. There's 3 songs we need to exhibit. So that's how so 7 minutes was 7 minutes, my guy. We could slot in 4 songs in 7 minutes, 3 songs, depending on the mood. And also, sometimes you get to the show earlier, you gauge the crowd, you see. So you're like, okay, this one will not work. We're setting 3 songs in the slot. Now it gives us more time to do the other song. So in times where there's in-betweens, the awkward silences, that's where I would put myself in. I remember this one time we were doing one of the launches, go Civic Center, a Refilo album tour. So
man, you guys worked on that, bro.
Dog, I don't know, we were busy, Joe. We were busy. That was good, Joe. That was legit. Like even now, when I need the BBS, how far they are. That's Debs. He is the founder of the agency. I think immediately after the relationship, fell over, he started BBS.
That's fucking nice.
So you see, that's like he was already there. Momentum already. He was working on something that was gonna work. So that's why BBS very because he was already in the grind. So Refill album tour, me and Bang are doing. There's a song. Ingulube, I think it's Ingulube. So Ingulube is like 118 BPM, 120 BPM. So that's like your regular house BPM. So at that time, it's fast. So so I mixed them. The crowd went crazy. Capo joined us on stage. It's a nice thing. Everybody's nice. Bang killed. We're nice. The first person when I take out the USB Muri CDJ, ki manager a Kesp. Kore mna wadlela pina Kespa is at the stage. You see, so we did like those alternatives. So those are the lessons.
Why do that?
So now I know I have the discipline. If youngster is here, I can't play set, my guy.
Shit.
You see, that's where stage management is, and those are things that are excellent more. So you learn from these things.
That's nice.
So the Bang era was a great start to my hip hop DJing career. I did that, and then I think because of the way he moved and the way Tebza could make us move, that's how people saw the value in me and were like, Mara, maybe you can slan a young deity now. And then that's how. I think in the beginning I was not really good technically, but the song selection was always banging. Yeah, so eventually I got to work on the skill. And BBS is where I actually worked on the skill because Ginile virtual DJ for Zbaga. And then when BBS started, I was like, fuck, look, top or jump, I have to travel. What do you want?
Now you have to go there.
So one night I just threw myself in the deep end. I was like, Peg, the USB, the CDJ. I think it was in November 2018.
With no like studying.
No, I couldn't.
Literally.
It's like when you play FIFA on your joypad, you know the through pass is supposed to make sure you kill a defender. So it was like, let me try and do that in the pitch.
Oh, because that setup looks the same.
Yes. So I was just interpreting that. But then, you know, it's different because the joypad is you, your fingers, and your brain. That's everything in the pitch. The jog wheel, you need to familiarize yourself with these things. You need to be romantic with the knobs, you know.
Oh, that's why you guys are always...
Yeah, it's like when you're in studio and I'm trying to find the right presets you're always constantly trying to find, because there will be a point where maybe for an example in Amapiano, there will be a point where the lock drum comes and then maybe the bass just hits too much and then it affects the sound. So like maybe you go down on your lows, like a little bit. So I had to learn those technicalities and what makes a proper mix, how a song gets nicely into another song and those kind of things. And hip hop it's very difficult more than house because house is like my empty 16 bars and where you can just do your thing. And then hip hop has like, let's do it like this. So you need to find a way to be technical with the shandies and so forth. So so the skill you develop from the Bang Belladonna era, and then you get a few gigs after that, after the relationship agreement comes to an end. And then you get a few shows, until eventually I'm like, use the CDJs, go BBS.
How was that experience? So
BBS was first experience to...
Like rather the deep end experience.
You know what I did? The trick was, it was just after Jeba's passing, dog.
Oh, yeah.
So I did a young Jeba set.
It's not so long ago.
Yeah, like 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Because I think from 2015 until 2018, until that point, November 2018, I was just virtual DJ, screen, laptop.
So what happened?
And then I was like, okay, Jeba, your hit songs. You can never go wrong with Jeba. But also, I was meticulous at this. Like a lot of songs, Jeba, that is in the range of between 90 and 100 beats per minute, right? So it's just like, okay, you group them in a USB. So this one is 92, 91, 93, 94. Or your Mtsebam Toes is like 94, And then there's like your Let Me Be is like your 96. And then there's like, other stuff. So like you have like 10 songs that are like more or less in the same range. So even the mixing is not that difficult. So that's how I start my Jeba thing. DPT obviously. DPT. But it's Jeba, obviously. It's banging. People forget what I'm trying to be technical. But then you eventually evolve. You get the swing of it, you get the hang of it, and that's how you develop. And then sometimes you're in a gig where there's Kets Moremedi or there's Spudakas. People who are very technical with the shandies, and you're like, I have to play better, And I think sometimes it's just dog. Sometimes I think Batawang are blessed, in a sense that God takes over. You can be talented, but there's just one day where you don't even know what you did for the performance, but you just killed it. So I've had this moment, so I feel like God took over. And then that's how the hip hop DJing starts. The Bang era, and then BBS kind of like giving me the platform to go there almost every month, do my thing. And you know, I felt like it was a great exchange. You know, they got value for money because hip-hop DJing started being popular because of Majita Bale putting me in those slots. You know, just that 1 hour go groove. Those guys were like
It makes
really
a difference for us, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Wow, and so they were killing it in terms of that, and I think some of the other guys that were close with them took that and adopted them in their concepts.
That's dope. So what happened with Reds, bro? Can you tell a tweet that? What was happening with that?
So Reds was tour competition, kind of like few questions. Trying to figure out how you're gonna do to help promote the brand. They were trying to push a new like Reds flavor or something. So they were trying to use influencers like across the provinces in the country to push that thing. And I was one of the people that was chosen. Actually, the only person who was chosen in Northwest at the time, 2015. The Reds, it was impossible to contain. Around that era, yabo, I-Fani, you remember when I-Fani went gold, Babare Reds is the one that bought albums and what. Around that time,
I remember his album.
AK said something like,
yes.
gold in one day, Reds, what. It turns out the albums and the six-pack were going together and so forth and so forth. Around that time, so there was a campaign. So around that time we did that. Amara was a campaign for 3 months. So I was the one pushing Monothos. They would drop me like Boma 40-80 every month. It's just, I hang out with people, push it on Insta, push it on. So I was working with like a team of other people from other provinces. Some of them I still talk to them, some of them, you know, moved on to other stuff.
What did that do for you, bro?
Brand management. Because then it forced me to push the brand. I needed to use Instagram to, because Insta was just like taking nice photos for me at the time. Like a lot of varsity, trying to like, kizama chama. So now I have to make sure people are aware of this thing.
It's no longer about that, no.
So I remember Saturdays I would have to like take 124 randomly go a park like I have to take Mudiri card 24 ready. Whoever came crying rabloma, trying to find somebody to take pictures. Like I needed to get people to engage with the product in an organic way. So that like it taught me skills that to do that in events and with my the campaigns like if I die, I die. So yeah.
Hey,
so
man, you got nice campaigns, dog. Yeah, on that one, dog. I gotta give you a hand for that one, dog. The if I die, I die is a work of art, my dog.
So there's still a lot more to come from that shit.
Mate. So, I think one of the first times...
I can flip something. I just have a plug.
So, this thing, bruh, this is how I met you, right? I think you and I worked together mostly in the event space. Yeah, so, and you're one of the people that actually gave me a chance to perform, you know, and untuta some things that sometimes I felt like, hey, man.
Hey, the niggas tripping.
Hey, man, chill, dog.
Like, what's up, bro? Trying to be
like,
out here.
And sometimes it hits when you're on stage and you are not there. And there are differences that you've shown me about a performance where you were behind the deck.
When it's someone else.
Bro, when it's someone else, I can feel it. And when you are behind the deck, I'm like, this nigga saves my performances, bro.
Because me and Ben used to sit about these things, dog. I don't want 30 seconds of awkward silence. That shit is too long.
Dog,
So we used to like trip over these things and like, I think at the time when it was your guys' time or your generation's time, it was just at a point where you guys were just too personal. It didn't feel like this is sports. Because with me and Beng, it was never like, yo, it's not like we were disrespectful.
But we needed to get
there's
the
a message we need to
across,
convey.
yeah.
Dog, how first penalty in Regilo because of that. Dog.
And I'm like,
Oh, and triggered. Those are triggers. So you can't ignore those
and I think
things.
I'll go and get Chela 6.
Dog, but
'Cause
bottom line is
Ufuste
penalty. What is it about it? Is it the confidence? Didn't you put enough power behind the ball? Didn't you pick the right spot at the time, or did you try to change the spot while you train? Hey,
what, bro?
Hey, calling you out is accountability and trying to take care of that.
And it doesn't always come off as that, but it's only in hindsight where you see it on some. Oh shit! Okay, so skilly say, and the next time you hit a penalty.
So because I used to work with Bang on these things on the DJing part. I already had like a kind of like a template there, and artist I can DJ. Horotlo so like a USB can I pina nyane while mic or trip and so yeah, you have that, and then you learn. People have different styles. So when I was working with Bang is similar to what the bars and the punchline, you know, he has like nice phrases. So with him, I know I have to like cut Mboma a whole line. But when I started like doing this shit for Majas, then I started being exposed to the punchlines, meaning like every 4 bar and you see,
the setup.
Yeah, for just crowd control, you know, and so from the package I've already learned with Bang, Miri Majas was encapsulating that. So now I know what I meet a rapper like Majas and I meet a rapper like Bang.
Know what to do.
Okay. Although I was saying the punchline, it's every 4 bar he has something catching to.
That's nice.
So yeah.
That's nice. And now with bo rap up bo can I kick it? I think you guys have worked with Gatella from
Mutluan, yeah.
On King.
Rap up.
No, and it's a rap up. I don't know if were you part of A God at one point?
No.
Because I think A God also.
I just had a like working relationship with Just In Case. So those are his people, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes maybe me and Majas are doing something and one of his niggas posts through the studio. Or he's like going to do like a show or an event. And then obviously those are his people and he's going to put them up. So obviously we're at work and...
Yeah. There's a point where I saw it. I didn't...
So the Gatella Mutluane part...
Where A God was working on a show with them. I don't remember.
Yeah, so Gatella was working with different crews.
Yeah.
So that was his thing.
Who guy there, man?
I think the last time I saw him was Komafiki. I think he lives in Kudihatswaneda. Okay. So, and he was working with brands and campaigns. So my Space World are during show, my Ego are during show. I think he was just like trying to push the culture. He's always been about the culture.
Yeah.
So that was that.
He needs to come back, bro. Sharp. So, I got to that. So I was saying these shows, like, did you venture into them intentionally? Get the shows there, or were you trying to promote Triniidy?
So right after Bang, I needed to establish a brand because I was already in motion, right? The working relationship ends in 2017. But then, the one person who was working with Bang, through Craig, he was always doing his shows. He had shows. So we used to like also help him. So we were also exposed to what it takes. And he was very good because sound is an engineer. So he also would expose us to what is needed in terms of the sound, the way the mic is lamping, the mic, those kind of things. And so NA has always been about his brand and pushing that, so we'd also come in and help and sometimes be on the lineup. And then I think I met Majase in one of his shows, True Craig. And then Majase then was about doing his shows. So then also I started helping Kadi show and being exposed. But Rap Up was idea Ely. A kid named Ely. While I was working with Majase, I used to hang out with Majase a lot from 2017, I think, until 2019. Ely comes through one day. He's like, "Yo, go batla festival ama hippie." And it was just like that. Festival ama hippie, where because my hippie balla, when we do a show, yeah, Justin, and we don't feature all 20 rappers in the hood, because niggas want the slot. Or you see, we'll get inboxes during the week, and then
I'm one of those people.
yeah, and then it becomes political. Like it's in Fibonacci. People don't understand why it's in Fibonacci. Mara Fibonacci on a Facebook page, but it's about the customer. So
It's not about you.
yeah, so those kind of things. And then it was like, festival, I'm a hippie. And then who would be the right people to work in this shit? Triniidy, always helping out my shows. So I think the way we handle some of these shows. Who else? Experience Mutluan is needed. So initially, the first wrap-up we did it together. I think the following year they were just too busy, and I tried to do it alone, costly. Wouldn't advise to do. Hey, I wouldn't advise. Costly. Yeah, I even got to like into some altercations with some of the guys I was renting sound from. Also, it was difficult to make Bomb Rapper understand that the venue owner at the time is letting us use the venue for free at the expense of customers who are not hip hop people, because they're not accessible Bomb Rapper DB. So niggas come there, they don't buy beer. But only the bank is about 60 rand from where they come from, go the campus. So what is that 60 rand? I get 2 quarters more crazy and then I get back here choco around. Because the could be the customers are essential. You say you guys are saying things like "bo fuck" and what. You know, it's swearing. You guys don't like structure it in a way that's compelling to the customer. Even my piano is swearing now. Zomnyoba and whatever. But they packaged in a way that says, hey man, Macx we TV singing the song and he doesn't understand what the lyrics are saying. Yeah. So that's the packaging part of the shandy. So what are we gonna get
the kind of the show you're talking about.
Oh, wrap up, and then so that's how wrap up started.
Ili was saying something.
Yeah, Ili was that. Rapper need a spot where it's born, but celebrate and at least when we have them all at the venue, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna look aesthetically nice on the camera. Because at the time we were doing shows to get campaigns to support us, basically. Everybody was doing Katamutloani, but through Kreke. Eventually, I think through Kreke, but that was what we were trying to do at the time. Push enough numbers, it looks great on camera. Try and move to a bigger venue and then I was trying to get Chibuku at some point for Can I Kick It? So Can I Kick It? Can I Kick It was just an idea to celebrate about because I still can afford sneakers, so it's like a lot of sneakers that I still
because hip hop sneaker heads.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a psychological effect. So I was like, can't we have an event where people just wear the sneakers and they celebrate the sneaker they love, not because of the price or
but because it's comfortable and it's getting.
Yes, because I was also trying to do something that's going to be uniquely me, in a sense that everybody's a rapper, so I did a show based on their raps. So now I don't hold the mic. I can only DJ for like an hour. I do 16 men per show to so also I think that's tricky. So yeah, I was like yeah, so I was like, show where we celebrate something different, where people don't focus on the lineup, experience basically. So experience here. So that my first edition was in 2018.
Not the person on the stage. Right?
Yeah. So my first edition was in 2018. Great start with a lot of challenges. Tried to grow the second year, and then the third time I started just experiencing difficulties with venue owners and so forth. Started like becoming difficult to try and do the event Mokasi.
Sure.
And then until I think I had COVID. That was when
You've had COVID? You've had COVID before?
No, not had, like hit. Isn't like when the COVID time hit, it was even more difficult to do the event. And it's like, you know,
close to impossible. Like,
it's like when a patient is in ICU and then we have load shedding. This person is only surviving of this.
My dog.
And so the COVID era, I tried to come back in COVID, lost a lot of money in that. Venue owners changed last minute on me, gave someone else the venue on my date.
Yes.
And that time, ke patetse deposit to Chico. Go Temple. I think after 2 weeks it dropped, I was trying to book that nigga.
Yes.
Because the dance move was starting to become popular for the song and
The visuals.
yeah, so I was still I think I was still working in Kotale's at the time. Dog, ke khona ho negotiate Chico, bang fe an amount to ir dumalaneng ka yone. Dog, I get JT to endorse him and I patela deposit ke ntshe man on the poster ke ntshe ticket ko computer ke. I think just as we were about to pay Chico and his team, I get the news, and I think it was like about a week before the event. Sorry. And then, yeah, I'm fit you won't get the event, the venue anymore. But I've already paid some of the deposits, marketing is out. I paid like, I'm trying also like to pay some of the local DJs, it's on 0-0, like, can I pay for petrol to on the I'm trying to. So one kind of bang Koti, they talk, they didn't flip the week before. And then I think just after COVID, I was like, the event in space is going to be difficult. Yeah, I already lost a lot of money. I almost lost JT's money in that scheme. And so, yeah, I was like, it's time to try and do something different.
Okay. So, what do you worked with Raw Talent Entertainment, A&R? Was that part of like the movement from that decision where you were like, okay, event space, let me move on to?
Yeah, so raw talent era was Bang Belladonna era.
Oh yeah.
So the raw talent entertainment is the management company that was managing Bang at the time.
Oh yeah.
So and then Debza took me in as his A&R too. Also, I'm with Bang all the time, so you would know what song bangs. And then you would advise me on that while I trying to get the business this side.
So that's the company that was.
So when Bang was like the management agreement should come to an end, he was like, I can still keep you in for the events. And then when we were doing BBS in the beginning, like Bogate, then you get sometimes Bogate and so forth. So yeah, the eventing I learned from that era, but also the True Crack era, the Majas era, the eventing was
and it was popping at that time.
Yeah. So I had learned from era Raw Talent. Some of the people I used to work with, Big Junkie used to do events. So in class, analyze stress, get quotations, KO and so forth. So yeah, those are some of the things I had learned from. For my experience in the events.
Jesus, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
So how did you how did you end up doing getting a record label? Because you've been doing a whole lot of stuff, bro. There's a whole lot of.
I wouldn't say it was a record label, Joe. I was basically trying to do what Debza was doing for Bembeladon at the time, because
it was tailored for him, not catered.
Not tailored for him. For me, also after the management agreement comes to an end, now I have to figure out what the DJing thing is going to be. And then I started releasing songs. Blessings was my first release produced by Bang. It was initially supposed to be for Us Long Joes, but a lot of niggas wanted to hop in because he had just released a chorus, and then I think it was difficult for it to release it because nobody wanted to release it. True Crack was like, I release it, Joe, and figure out this DJing thing. Yeah, so that's like the start to my DJing thing was very, very great. I had without sound about True Crack guiding me.
The Blessings song.
Yeah, the Blessings. Yeah, even the second single I worked between me, Craig, and Bang Belladon. Because True Crack no dirapina, lace chorus, lace verse, send it, get Bang to hop on this shit, the Battling Studio Kokasi, and send it back, I'll mix and master, release. Yeah, so that was that on the music side. Then the company comes with who's going to take care of these things? Kobo Risa, Kobo Samro, the company.
Yeah.
And then I registered Triniidy Music. It was tailored for Triniidy to handle Triniidy stuff.
That's dope.
But through that also we got to work with other people. We got to manage Macx. We got to manage Raslongjos. And so that was like also like a nice period nyana in my music thing.
So can I ask if there's a project coming through soon or something?
Nah, I don't have dates, dog. Still trying to work on things. I still have things in the vault. Some things are not up to like the right quality, so they still need to be redone. So I'm getting people to redo some of the stuff, and I still have like a lot of stuff in the vault. I have a new girl, but Macx is, I think she's studying, so I think I need to give her space to her stuff for duty, because it's gonna require a lot, especially if we believe it's gonna catch. If we believe it's gonna make an impact, and then she has to like adjust from her personal life to now what's happening. So yeah, so I'm very cognizant of that.
Sure, man. That's dope. So that's I'll sign up. That's the end of the record label. It's just
I would love to sign Fibonacci. Fibonacci is like the one guy. Nah, I fit to the level where I can sign him.
Okay,
I think right now I'm just at a level where he'd also need to like chip in. It would like kind of be like a partnership, and I think also he needs to be like his own man. He would want to be his own man and also chip in. So maybe a partnership would work, but Fibonacci is like the one guy I'd really put my money on, and I just don't have the muscle as yet.
Because I saw how you introduced him, and it made a nice impact, like especially on stage. Because the first time I saw him on stage was during performance.
I took him to look at the judges.
I don't want the microphone.
Dog, you know what I like about that nigga? He's that guy who, he's never like coaching thing. He used to like hang out with us to studio, and it took him some time for him to get studio time. And by the time he got studio time, it was at a time where everybody would go to studio, but they would go and talk about just about to. And I'm like, wouldn't you want to rap on this shit? When people came back from outside, that's when Majasi laced the chorus, because he had laced the verse. The verse was just flames. Majasi had a verse he had saved up for something. He had to like keep up the verse because the boy was just too heavy. That's when I knew that. I think the three talents, there's people you know are good, and you can see in how they carry themselves. Like people like Bobeng, you know, they know their stuff. Just in case also, they have a grip on where they want to do, where they want to go, what they want to do, how they want to do. But people like Macx, Fibonacci, who are not really exposed to the business, but they are very talented, you know. They give me like Java vibes. It doesn't matter whether they're signed or not.
They will still
in the right position. They'll still make the impact. So yeah. So Fibonacci is my guy. Fibonacci is
nationally. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, Fibonacci is my guy. I don't think there's anyone who can rap Fibonacci.
That's dope.
I think, and our rap is, you know, when we say you're a good footballer, is not you just scoring 3 goals per game. It's scoring a goal when it matters, assisting when somebody needs a goal, sometimes defending when we don't need goals but to defend them, and so I think
like
he's
a complete player.
Yes, so he's like a packet of disco pops. So you know you have this, you have this. On a day you need this. There's always that, and in work. Cocktail sipping.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. Doc, I want you to rap about yesterday night. Give us an impact there. Can I kick it? Because that's like a theme song to the event, right? And the theme that year was cocktails. That's when I was trying to get Chibuku to come and do the cocktails. So the cocktail sipping is we're trying to agree when you get like a product placement deal is like we're going to push your brand on stage and then we're going to use your brand, this and this and this. We're going to speak about it on interviews, and then there's also like a theme song which is like a marketing tool for this thing. We're going to mention, if you listen to the song, there's like a skiting where it's me and Cook cigarette so those kind of things. So with Fibonacci it's easy to do a backflip and then he does that on the beat. Even when he's like, I'm Triniidy, it's like just fucking do a backflip.
You'll do it, bro.
And then he'll do it.
And then he believes.
And then it's like, man, let me do 3 more. And then you're like, you see now, my nigga? You see it. So, so in that kind of sense, I think some people already know what they want. Like, I can't say I want to sign a Justin because they have a lane. He has like a lane. I think you can only support him. And then, even with Macx, Macx is big also, right? So I realized now when I was managing her, I don't have the muscle. You know how many people try to poach her from me, dog?
For real?
Well, dog, would have people offer like the record label, the deal, and she was loyal, dog. Dog, she was fucking loyal because I think she believed in what I have to offer for her. And I used to vouch for her.
Oh, yeah?
Go BBS was not the performance. It was an all DJ lineup.
She was the first performer.
First performer go BBS a similar lineup.
My dog.
That's how much I believed in her. That's how much I believed in her. I was like, I will talk about Dumelang, my name is Macx. I'm gonna play hip hop for like an hour, but somewhere in the 30 minutes, I'm gonna slot in the new girl. It looks like it's part of the mix. The beat was banging. Shout out to Space Pablo for that shit. Shout out to Space Pablo one time. Yo, Space Pablo can't save you. I don't know how many times. Even some of the songs still it's within Macx. What's that song? Reach out to me on a pet. Kind of Kingpin. I forgot the name of the song. Space Pablo on that shit. And I think there's gonna be some new shit that I do also with Space Pablo. So, and then new girl drops in. And then Macx say like, on the table, and then, but I will be already there, you know, pushing her stuff. And then she goes to the mic. And then she starts performing a Dutsimo for me, and then everybody's going crazy. So, that's how much I believe.
Max's voice, bro.
Dog. Nerasa backtrack. Dog, me and Macx, we used to we used to do a song for my Thursday, try it out Saturday show. Alright, it works. This one is not for the show. But I wanna go one woman show. So Fibonacci is the one guy nationally. I think he can do what Maglera does. He just does not know the street life. Just maybe vocabulary, I think is always something you can always learn. Some of these MDB phrases in French, in Portuguese, and those are things you can always learn. Because half the time I always understand what he says, Mara. I might not speak it. So it's just like, wow. And so Fibonacci is like encapsulation of versatility in one person that I would bet my money on now in the country.
And I think now we are at the moment where everybody has been waiting for. Gatella Vaslap, bro.
Gatella Vaslap.
Firstly, why Gatella Vaslap?
Gatella Vaslap is actually a diss.
Legit?
Yeah, it was. You know how I am, dog. I get to do about to get out So it was kind of like that kind of response. It was a defense mechanism, of some sort. Right, bro. And I think at the time I deserved it because I was looking like what they were saying. Right, bro. Before because I think at the time I was just on the road and I'm just roasting everyone. Everyone is just like,
and you're like,
and someone was just like, nah, bro. I can't even remember. That's like the funny part. I can't even remember. But it was a girl in a local studio.
Oh, you are not dissing somebody. Somebody was dissing you.
So I'm guarding everyone. So by the time I should get to Loyal Saint is like, not before Guara Brago, Gatella Vaslap.
What the fuck?
And then I got home, I looked in the mirror, I was like, fuck, Marlita, go. Haroli read, so you really need to Gatella Vaslap, you know?
Yeah.
And it had an
So how
impact.
it hit home?
Yeah, it
like,
had like dog legit.
It offended you.
Legit. So, and then the music life came to a pause around COVID time. And then around COVID time, I got like a 9 to 5 as a educator assistant. They were popular at the time. So I got that job. I think I was one of the first batch. Yeah, the educator assistant.
I was a general assistant.
Yeah. So now I'm in front of kids every day. I have to bath, I have to look proper, I have to always do my hair. And I started seeing the change and how people relate with me and how people. And then, okay, the Gatella Vaslap thing was not that bad. Actually, now I'm doing it and I look like the person I'm.
You see yourself as.
Yes, because I was actually sleeping on that. And then one day, I kind of made a sketch. I started to go to the staff room as the Gatella Vaslap colleagues. And then I made a joke with one of our colleagues. What? And then I used the phrase. So the funny in the sketch was the phrase. People,
they were like,
the one thing they kept going back to was the Gatella Vaslap. And then I wrote it again on another
so
sketch.
you had sketches too, bro?
No, not really. I was just messing with stuff. Because you know what I would do? Like maybe we could invigilate. So that back end exam pad shit, I was just do shit, man. So I remember what you see on Gatella Vaslap on the logo or the design. That design. It's something I actually did with Kapen, invigilating.
That's cool, bro.
And during Photoshop, my laptop was messed. So the people who do embroidery, this is my design. Literally off
the pen drawing.
I still don't have the digital design.
Nigga.
It went from pen to clothing,
That's
so that's how it starts. And then I was like, I need to see how provocative it is, if it does what I needed to do, right? And then I bought 3 plain sweaters, Kalodi printer, and then I tried them out. Just wear them randomly. I think the first one I went out on a date, so there's a girl I used to date, Mega City, do the movies, go molo. No, actually, it's not even the movies. I think we did something like Boma Wimpy, where we had Nando's. Yeah, I went on the first date, Gatella Vaslap. The girl I was dating at the time, COVID, 2021. Yeah. Get to Nando's, I'm wearing Gatella Vaslap, it's winter, it's nice, it's fresh, crisp.
Yeah, chilling.
People are giving me the attention I think they are supposed to give me, so I think this shit is working.
Yeah, because whether it's like, what?
Hey, I like that.
You want that.
Hey, also, you know what people do, ne? But haba bala diaparo. Automatically, badi bala ka English. So it's like when it doesn't, so it keeps you 3, 4, 5 seconds trying to make sense or no, man. This is not an English word. Waring, right? So yeah, that's how. Yeah, so that 3 seconds I know I got you. And then by the time you fetamo, get the smirk in your face or the reaction or how it affects you. So yeah, my first date, go the crossing. So the right reactions, and then on the same day, drop off my Coco camper, say, come back, I was like, nah man, I can't go chase. Sheila was
reactions that side.
Yeah, this shit is doing the things, Chaser, find my friends, chill the bone. My friends has other friends, mutual friends. They fucks with this shit. Can I lead customer? So that's how this shit started.
Dog.
First 3 customer. My first official customer was a guy called Paco Macabo from Oblomagozolo. So the first basic the first 10 sweaters, Paco was the first person to buy. So that's how Gatella Vaslap started 2021. I've been pushing, trying to get it out there. But just to speak on the brand, the diss from the person who na re ke Gatella Vaslap, what they taught me is self-care. Dog, sometimes you don't need to wear expensive stuff. They just need to be clean, right? Sometimes I look at the gooch. Sometimes you look at the but what I'm trying to achieve with the brand is, when somebody said that to me, I had realized, Uguti, I think a month prior to someone saying to me, Gatella Vaslap, I had been in a hotel, ne? So you know the experience go hotel, and not to have toilet treating for free, the towel, just like 18,000 in your hotel room, the sleep and everything. So I love that experience, the way the change it has on me. So when I started seeing the change after Gatella Vaslap, I remember a time, this is how I look like every time I get to a hotel for like a weekend. Complexion is nice, and so the experience, I was like, I want to sell that experience. And then I realized, market it's going to be expensive for manufacturer the towel, to get it to the right quality, to get into the value chain, the guest house and so it's going to take me some time to punya that market. And then I was like, merchandise this shit, merchandise it, get it to a point where it has enough capital to do this. And then, so we're still at baby level where we're building up to selling that hospitality experience in a hotel. Because cosmetics, beauty products. So that's how... Self-care, man. So that's how things like If I Die, they come into the picture. So it's like, okay, I'm not that clued up more. Skincare. Mare, I know a person who, they're not popular, but they move the right numbers. I see people buying from her. She doesn't have a lot of likes on Facebook, but people are buying from her. So that's how
she has a big brand, bro.
Bro.
Makes a lot of money.
Bro. Anyway, so I was like, also, kasi makeup or something. So I clap and then. So if I die, So if I die, it's just a campaign. Me and her are still working on it. I think for now it's still like on pause. Brenda High is like taking off. So then I'm still trying to get to a point where at least I met her. It's for the hype, and then Mari. It's gonna come with nice stuff. It's like charity
its own hype and bro.
So now it's like it's standing the test of time. Are you legit gonna? So I think me and her are gonna come back strong this year, if not next year.
I believe
definitely. Even Gatella Vaslap is coming with some new designs. I think this coming. I'm gonna send you some stuff this coming. I have some crazy designs.
Pull up.
Ratlabo, I think we will do the podcast again when I have some more interesting stuff, because I've been on pause even with the music. I want to. We were trying to align these things, work proper, and also do not bite more than you can chew. Do one thing at a time, and so we'll definitely come back, bring you some stuff, showcase some stuff.
That's dope, bro.
So that's where we're at, Gatella Vaslap.
Fucked up. So one thing which is, and it's good as more conversation in Yarona, as a result of our conversation, you've been mentioning it a lot as something that a lot of artists are ignoring, right? Or maybe they don't have experience in, and sometimes they go to a point where they get taken advantage of because they just don't know what the fuck is going on. Ke batla re bua ka BASA, but ke batla re bua ka BASA for this particular reason. Ya go nna le an idea of how the business side of what you are doing works, because it's business and arts, right?
Business and arts.
So
they have like it's almost like a short course, right? So they're the ones who helped me get off Gatella Vaslap off the ground as an idea. Because before they came through, it was just an idea, and they empowered me with the capital.
That's amazing,
I didn't come out like top 10 cum laude out of the program, but it put me in a position where I can stand on my own feet. So they have like a module or like different modules where they teach you how you can use the business to facilitate your art, whatever. So just they have campaigns every year. Just look out for those and apply. I think you need to put up a video as to what you deserve, what you've been doing. So you'd make a great. I mean, BASA would support you. You have a couple of apps up already on YouTube. So
banal reference.
yeah, it's like I'm loyal saying I push this thing. I've gotten the guest so this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to achieve. A short equipment. I think Macx was also part of that at some point. Yeah, she got studio equipment out of that.
That's dope.
So now at least I got something very sustainable. Not to say it's not sustainable for her because I know record so even now she can still.
Financially.
So now it's a thing which other people can be employed out of this thing. Other play and obviously. I mean, and so many other people, there's still people I have in my network but out of the program that we did in the same year. So I advise the artist to look out for it. Mara. The other thing is admin. Admin, imagita. Like the contract it's some people about push us but push it in. You know, just know where you want to take your brand in 6 months. Know what you expect from a manager. So that the manager will push. And I'll push over the guy because if it doesn't have like a direction, a destination in it. So yeah, I think we're losing the light.
Yeah, so about my like I just wanted you to mention that and
nah, just like just like any other aspect. I think black men in general or black people whether we buying car insurance or
T's and C's are like
that's where you find out but no actually the 30% of the car will be done what and then after 3 years of paying you like but no actually in that clause you signed and then you want to throw 10 times so
we signed that
you signed the shit. Yeah. No, thank you for hosting me, Maji. This has been like a great convo.
Thank you.
I haven't been doing interviews. I haven't been speaking about music. I haven't done any beats but I think I still have a song we did together.
The Mayhem song.
No, not the Mayhem. The one.
Oh, the fuck the filter thing.
Yeah, fuck the filter.
Bro, I was trying to song.
I gotta
finish that song.
Yeah, I think I'll check my archives.
Please do.
Yeah.
I gotta finish that song.
It's nice. Because it has like a galactic but anyway.
Hey, you gotta hook me up. Yeah. Thank you, man.
Thank you to the viewers for putting up with me as a guest. You know? So you guys, we truly appreciate.
Thank you guys for watching.
It's been a great experience. Thank you very much. I think this is the longest app, ne? Nah. 50 something.
A very longer.
Okay.
A very longer. Somebody went to the point where we spoke for like 3 hours and I had to cut it into 3 episodes.
Okay. Okay. So today, Wednesday,
25th today.
Kara Wednesday. I got the episode on Wednesday.
It's the 29th actually.
Yeah. Korea Lavo. Next month here the human rights and what. Thank you very much for hosting me, Maji. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, like I was saying,
some nice stuff.
See you guys on the next episode of More Than Just a Game.
Peace out.
It's a podcast.